But now that the whole continent and including Arab countries are coming on board, so BRICS is going to be bigger than the so-called first world or Western world, including America. So you 100% correct when you say the future is BRICS, and then we are part of that, and we're happy about it. So these relationships especially with China, is going to influence, like China is going to influence now the whole world. And South Africa has an influence in the continent. We are going to list with some of these companies. We're going to list at Johannesburg Stock Exchange and also in China. We're looking at that. So by listing there, we're also showing confidence and having investment in China.
As the relationship between South Africa and China continues to strengthen, there has been a notable surge in business collaboration and mutual investment between the two nations. SFC journalist had the privilege of visiting Johannesburg, the largest city in South Africa, where we engaged in an insightful interview with Ndaba Ntsele, the executive chairman and co-founder of Pamodzi Investment Holdings, renowned as one of the most successful businessmen in South Africa. To start with, I'm curious about your stories of how you built the company and what's your passions from.
Yeah, the passion comes from my family. We had businesses from my mother's side and my father's side. So I come from a family of entrepreneurs. And then hence, I also wanted to build a big corporation. And I started Pamodzi in 1979. We are 44 years now, 6 years to go, then half a century.
And your business involved a lot of cooperation with China, right? Can you elaborate?
Yeah, our business is simple. We're doing mergers and acquisition. We buy into companies, and then we've got different sectors, and then we grow these companies. And at times we also get licenses from international companies, like we had a license of Nike from America. So we own Nike Southern Africa. So we promoted Nike from 0 to #1 in South Africa. And one of the companies that we work with China was FAW, First Auto Works. And personally, I can also tell you, I've been to China. It's my second home. I've been there many, many times. I actually, when I get to the restaurant, my iPhone, I convert it into the Chinese language. I eat with Chinese sticks. You can't beat me. I've been around China. Our last trip with my team here, we went to China specifically for what we do, to interact and bring international companies in South Africa and expand to Southern Africa. So we actually helping them with their growth for the continent. But the biggest thing that we did in this deal was that they also bought shares combined. So it's like a marriage. We have to work together, is what they suggested. And another positive thing about Chinese South Africa, as like our name, Pamodzi, means we are one. We are one. That's how they express their solidarity, that let's have a company here and then you are going to be in charge. So our job here is also to bring a lot of a product that's going to solve our country and the continent. And right now we're in green energy. So together with our partner in South Africa, we are going to work towards ending load shedding. And we are going to work towards increasing energy in the continent, because why China is successful, China is successful because the key things happen in China: education, number one, and then two, patriotism and honestly, the work for the country, and number three, energy, light. We go to the highways, we go anywhere in China. There's energy. So the industrial manufacturers in China, they are in a comfortable position because of you are a leading company in energy and also in telecoms. Now, those are two key ingredients in expanding businesses and creating growth: communication and energy. And then the rest will put China to its status right now. Chinese are hard workers, all of them. There's nobody who's not working hard. And today, we are proud of China. And then I can also tell you that the working relationship of myself and China goes even from the time that South Africa joined BRICS. And then at that time, the whole world, the relationship between China and Africa and the BRICS country, especially us in South Africa, didn't like it. I had to answer questions that this BRICS thing is not going to last, it's not going to work. But today, when we did as a BRICS council members, when we did the numbers, at that time, the population at BRICS and the resources were higher than the rest of the world. We're slightly higher than them. But now that the whole continent and including Arab countries are coming on board, so BRICS is going to be bigger than the so-called first world or Western world, including America. So then we got tension of friction that are happening because of that. But to us as South African, we are in the forefront of a relationship with China and the rest of the world, which was created by our politicians, and I applaud them for that.
Yeah, I think the BRICS is the future of the world.
BRICS is the future of the world. Now, guys, it makes business to be exciting because the whole world is panicking that we are going to use the yuan as a currency, and now the Americans with their dollar, and of course we have created those situations where China, Brazil, South Africa, we can buy with our own currencies, exchange of business via our own currencies. So you 100% correct when you say the future is BRICS. And then we are part of that, and we're happy about it. The Chinese government, they overcame a lot of challenges to create that situation. I mean, I'll tell you, when I went to China a long time ago, in the late 80s and 90s, I had a perception of China. And then I went to China again for business. I mean, the airport, it's a whole Santon City or the whole London, the airport. When you land there, is something else. And I was impressed how Chinese quietly developed themselves. And of course, I went to Shanghai and also the free trade zone there next to Hong Kong. It's Guangdong.
Yeah, Guangdong.
Yes, yeah. So then you see that China is moving, and is moving very fast in terms of industrial manufacturing. So my company is lucky that we created luck with my team here. With all these guys, we are working so close with Chinese. We're partners. And we're like now the children of the same father and mother with them. We're growing business, and we're going to grow even further.
And from your perspectives, so what the China and South Africa is developing stronger and stronger friendship. So how significant is that friendship for the world and for
that function is significant because South Africa, in terms of the infrastructure, technology, and then also resources, and the legal fraternity and the accounting fraternity, we are very high up there in the world. So these relationships especially with China, is going to influence, like China has got influence now the whole world. And South Africa has an influence in the continent. So that relationship, like the last BRICS Business Council that were here a couple of months ago, it was the most successful one. The whole world was looking at South Africa and China, and then and the Chinese president came here and then also committed with a lot of development that are going to happen here. So the cooperation is getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
It's really exciting to see like what two countries can create.
Yes.
Better future.
Yeah, the future is bright, and for our children, they're going to be living a better world because what the trailblazers, we created a nice path for them. So we just got to keep on promoting it and also keep on visiting China, and then also you guys keep on coming here. And because these days the world is one. You can live today, tomorrow you're in China and come back and all that. So the cooperation is excellent, and the learning from each other is also super excellent.
I believe South Africa is also the first country that in Africa that supports Belt and Road Initiative.
Yes, South Africa is the first country to do that initiative, and also is also the first country to send students to China in Africa. We've produced, there's one guy, this guy's daughter, he speaks Chinese better than you. Yes, the father took her to China, studied in China, and all that is back here. And I'm not lying, and he's got master's degree. All of that he studied in Chinese language. And you might have seen our government and the Chinese government were cooperative. They sent a lot of students to China. And you have people that came back with super knowledge from China.
And it also makes us like more closer because we understand each other.
Yes.
Better to come.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, there are a lot of Chinese community, and this is their home country now. So we are very good in our relationship with China. And I'm hoping for the best in terms of increasing the opportunities of both countries. Like I'm saying, these countries who are increasing their opportunity in the continent, they're relying with us, and they are also going to build some factories with ourselves here. I'm busy with my team working, looking for sites for the factories. We're going to manufacture and take the product to the rest of the continent. So these companies will be growing with us in the continent. And there's a dream that we are pursuing. We're going to do it. We are going to list in some of these companies. We're going to list at Johannesburg Stock Exchange and also in China. We're looking at that, and also the possibility of listing in Hong Kong. So that's a further development that we are going to do. So by listing there, we're also showing confidence and having investment in China.
I think a lot of cooperation is focused on the mutual benefit.
Yes, it is, and and we've shown it in different manners. It's term of manufacturing. There are a lot of manufacturing that is happening here, and with Chinese products, and also there are certain things that we have exported to China. Now, our biggest opportunity as South Africans, and what we're doing right now, is food security to export to China. Our agriculture is advanced, so we've got excess, and some of the excess at this point in time we're exporting to China. So the food security is actually very, very good.
So what's your prospect for the future of the relationship between two countries and also the BRI going into the next?
Yeah, the prospect is as I said, politically at this point in time is excellent. And that was the glue that put us together is BRICS. And then also the glue that put us together is that South Africa, from industrialization point of view, is the highest in South Africa. And China, from the industrialization point of view, is number one in the whole of Asia, and including the whole of the world, because everybody manufactures in China. All the products, whether they Nike, Reebok, Adidas, they go and manufacture them in China and bring them back. So we are a great industrialist, and the relationship with politicians are good right now. Your president showed us when he was here during BRICS, and the BRICS was a huge success.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes, and here in South Africa, it was a huge success.
Yeah, and it's attracting more and more countries wanting to join.
More and more countries, and I'm not sure where is the next BRICS. I hope it's in China, because I would like us with my team the entire team to go there, because the relationship is very good right now.
Yeah, you have been to China many times.
I've been. I must be honest. I've been a lot of. So the history there is powerful. So there's a good history, and when we're also in China recently with the team here, we thought they took us to some museums, and then now the Chinese history is solid. The civilization of China, it comes from long years back. So we're exposed to that. And here in South Africa, some time back, one of the museums we went to with my team, it was on TV. So my wife was watching, and they says, "Hey, look at this." So when I said to her, "Well, when we went to China, went to this place personally," he said, "No, it's not possible." I said, "But I was there." I was there. So I had to go and show him pictures.
Yeah, and business plays a really important role in facilitating the friendship between two countries.
Exactly. But then I also want to applaud you guys, because the politics will remain here. But then we need to have more interviews, business interviews, financial interviews, because the world, when you are at school, they don't see companies that like yourself, that you are a finance media group, and as such, children get to know about finance when they are working already with their salaries and all that. So you have to push that direction. I mean, congratulations for taking that direction. You have to push that direction so that the kids must understand that the business, after education and everything, is the one that is going to take the world to the next level and also create growth. So we need more media houses that are going to talk about business, because we've got sports, we've got politics and all that. Yeah, but business is actually super interesting. I mean, when you look at Elon Musk, it is South African. I mean, is where you see how important business is. That business makes everything possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.